The ISIS Vision system lets you customize the appearance of all the different screens and the operation of them to suit your preference. I'm just going to explain basic principles here of how you can change certain aspects. I'm not going to go into every little detail of what every option does. I'll let you decide those and find out about those for yourself by trial and error or by consulting the help files. Now here's our repertory. I'll go back to the Mind section. Now the most important thing I can tell you is to look for the Preferences tab or button, which is in the bottom right corner of any screen, whether it's the repertory, the Materia Medica, the clipboards, the remedy comparisons, the repertorization charts. Wherever there's a preference button, you can click it and you'll get a list of all the facilities that you can change on the particular screen that you're looking at. So here's our list of features here, and notice initially that we have our repertory in 2 columns like the printed book. If you don't like that and you think it looks too cluttered, you can just click 1 column here, and the really nice thing about the ISIS Vision preferences is that the screen immediately changes so you can see the effect of what you've done. Do you like that? Do you prefer to work in 1 column or 2? The choice is yours. Maybe you don't like to see these author numbers cluttering up the screen. Why not switch them off to get a cleaner display? Maybe you don't like this count of remedies. Maybe that just gets in the way. You can switch them off. Maybe you actually don't like to see the remedies at all and you just want to see the rubrics in the chapter you're looking at. Why not switch them off? See how easy it is to personalize the screen to suit your own preference. And as soon as you click anything, the screen changes behind you. You can even do more advanced facilities here, like suppressing rubrics that contain no remedies, or suppressing the references in the printed book, like so. Like you can see under abrupt, see mind answering. Although these are incredibly useful in the printed book, they're not so useful in the computer software, so you may want to switch those off, which will make the screen a little bit more presentable. You can change the font and size of any text. If you're getting older like me, you may want to increase the size of the font, like so, or the colours of the grades. The background colour of the screen is all within your personal control, like so. I'll just put this back, as it's a lot easier to see white in these presentations. So, and when you're finished with your settings, click the little white X at the top and you're done. Now remember, you can use preferences no matter where you are in the ISIS system. In one of my earlier tutorials I explained to you that the options button was where you could set for certain facilities across the whole system, and I've just brought this back up here to show you, for example, that you can change the book order of the repertories. So for example, if you use Murphy's repertory a lot and it's your primary repertory, you may wish this to appear first in the list of repertories down the left hand side. You do that by highlighting the repertory, in this case Murphy, and pulling it to the top of the list here. And now when we click apply, Murphy will appear at the top of the list. You can even, as you can see here, remove books from the list altogether that you never use. You can also do the same with Materia Medica. There is a tab here for browsing the Materia Medicas. Now if you wanted your Vermeulen books brought to the top, or your Sankaran books, again it's the same principle, just click the book and move it up to wherever you wish, and you can create a list in the order you wish. You can take out books that you never read, and the same applies with Materia Medica searching. By default all the books are searched, but if you don't want to use certain books, exclude them by clicking the book and moving it into the exclude list. And in this way you can build up a really nice personalized system that works exactly the way you want it to work. Another tab of great interest is the authors tab. Do you remember when we were looking at the repertory we had all the author numbers? Well, ISIS shows you what the numbers are, and what if you want them by number order, and if you want them by name order, you can click this name tab here and get them by name order. And If you want to build your own particular view of the repertory, you can decide to exclude the editions suggested by certain authors, and now if I click apply, they will just not appear in the repertory anymore. Let me give you a better example. We can see here that author number 8 has added lots of entries into mind complaints with abdominal complaints, which is Constantine Herring. I'll just show you the effect of excluding Herring, and we'll click apply, and all of his suggestions for additions to the repertory will no longer appear when you view the repertory. Now, of course, this only works with books that show author numbers, so books like Murphy, Fatak, Burica, where there are no author numbers, this will have no effect on. But I'd very quickly better restore Herring to our list of repertory authors, as I'm sure you appreciate his repertory editions are invaluable. So that's given you a quick feel for the kinds of things that you can change within ISIS. Let me just recap. You click the Preferences button on whichever screen you're on, and the options to change system-wide settings.